So this influencer who was looting is blaming racism for the fact that she was arrested. You can't make this stuff up, people. All right, so let me tell you how BLM Protest turned into 2 days of looting. Now, this story starts with the police shooting of a young black man. His name is Eddie Irizarry. Here's what happened.
Now to the dramatic scene in court today in Philadelphia. A judge dismissing all charges against a police officer who fatally shot a driver during a traffic stop. There were cheers in the courtroom and cries from that driver's family.
The evidence included police body camera videos and this security video that shows Officer Dial and his partner pull Irizarry over for driving erratically. Officer Dial firing 6 shots within 7 seconds of encountering Irizarry. The defense argued the videos show Officer Dial retreating as he was shooting, his partner yelling, "He's got a gun." Irizarry did not have a gun, but he did have a knife by his side.
Part of the evidence presented today, this picture of the knife found in Irizarry's car, which the defense claimed Dial mistook as a gun because of the handle. Also, this doorbell video, along with audio of the seconds before shots were fired. The defense saying you can hear Morris shouting both knife and gun right before Dial fired.
Hearing gun, seeing gun, he fired. Like I said, it's heartbreaking. It's a tragedy. My client did everything he could to get him to the hospital to save his life. It's a tragedy, but not a crime.
Now, after that case was dismissed by a judge, a peaceful BLM protest erupted, and this is what happened during that protest.
Earlier tonight, as we mentioned, protesters took to the streets demanding justice for Eddie Irizarry. A municipal judge ruled late today that prosecutors did not have sufficient evidence to charge former police officer Mark Dial in his death. All charges against him were dismissed. Action News reporter Sharifa Jackson also live in Center City tonight with more on the fallout from the judge's decision. Sharifa.
Yeah, Rick, those protesters, they were out for hours this evening. They met at City Hall about 5:30 and they marched around Center City again for a couple of hours, remaining peaceful. They say they wanted to share the message, show their support for Eddie Irizarry's family, stand in solidarity. Tonight, they say they do not want anything to overshadow that message. This evening, dozens of demonstrators in Center City marching from City Hall to the Criminal Justice Center. Bicycle cops and patrol vehicles keeping a close eye on the rally.
Now, I want to be very clear. There was no looting, no rioting. It was, they went to City Hall and they aired their grievances as the Constitution lets you do. Now, with every protest, you have some who want to take advantage and cause chaos. Now, as an example, I'll give you the January 6th riots, right? Most people went to that event and wanted to protest an election result. But some people went there with the intention to riot and cause chaos and insult police officers. And then you got January 6th. The same thing occurred here. A peaceful protest later was taken over by violent rioters.
Looters ransacked stores in Center City. The Foot Locker on Chestnut, the Apple Store on Walnut, and the Lululemon. But they didn't stop there. They also hit up the Roosevelt Mall and stores in West Philadelphia.
There's no need for it. There's no reason for it.
Police are now investigating a number of videos that were posted throughout the night on social media. Including these ones posted on Instagram.
So you would think that would be the end of it, right? Protests in the morning, riots at night, day one. So then the rioters decided to riot the next day. They said, hey, we don't have to do it under this pretext of a BLM protest. We can just do it because we like to riot, right? That's what they did. It got to the point where people started planning out what they were going to do. Like, for instance, watch this team of women go into this beauty supply store to steal hair and other beauty products.
In Philadelphia, there's been a second straight night of looting. Stores throughout the city were ransacked last night. Dozens of suspects have been arrested in these robberies. Waukesha Bailey from our CBS station in Philadelphia has more on the story. Waukesha, these stories and these video is so upsetting. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Gail. It's really heartbreaking. Nat's Beauty Supply Store here in Philadelphia is just one of dozens of businesses that's been left in shambles after last night's looting. Now, I did speak with the owner, and she tells me that her business has only been opened for 6 months. Overnight surveillance video captures the moment a group breaks into this business. In less than 1 minute, they swipe merchandise off the walls and shelves, leaving Nat's Beauty Supply in ruins.
Yeah, those women weren't going into that store to protest any particular police shooting. So because of all this video, police started tracking down suspects. Now, the best piece of advice I can give anybody is to not record themselves committing crimes. And definitely, if you record it, don't place it online. But that's exactly what this influencer did. Now, her name is Deja Blackwell, and she's also known as the Meatball.
As chaos unfolded across the city, Deja Blackwell was live streaming much of it to her more than 180,000 followers.
What's up?
Posting in Center City and other parts of the city up until her arrest Tuesday evening.
Wow, this is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Now, as you can see in the video, she has contraband in her hand. See, she has a bottle of alcohol from one of the mini liquor stores that were robbed. And I don't understand how looting liquor stores is going to help your cause. But what else? So she was arrested and charged with multiple felonies.
Blackwell was charged with burglary, conspiring, and rioting, among other felony charges. The 21-year-old was released on $25,000 bail early this morning. We went to Blackwell's home today after she agreed for us to meet her there. Our attempts to speak with her about her actions Tuesday night and what's happened since then were cut short by her mom. Blackwell's mom did not want her speaking with reporters, but the woman known as Meatball did have something to say before going back inside her home.
Do you have a message for people?
I just prefer, never loot again, stay out of trouble, and never go to jail.
So Meatball's arrested. People online are cheering. Hey, this idiot posted the crimes and video of her criminal activity. Great. But Meatball's lawyers decided to blame her predicament on something more sinister, something evil, racism. Check it out.
And now Blackwell's lawyer is accusing those criticizing her of racism. Because had that person been white or Latino or Muslim, the commentary would be different, right? Except it wouldn't. I don't think it would be. The idea that she is now facing criticism and prosecution simply because she happens to be a black woman is ridiculous, and yet another example of providing cover for illegal behavior, bad behavior, by using and weaponizing race. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting when it happens, and I'm sick of it. So let me give you what her lawyer had to say. Her name's Jessica Mann, managing attorney at Shaka Johnson. It sickens me to witness the media's complicity in what can only be described as an all-out assault on black and brown people, as their character and actions are mercilessly vilified. Can you guys cue up the video again, please? We're gonna watch it again. I'm gonna read that quote again, and then we're gonna go to the video again. Let's read the quote again. Jessica Mann is quoted as saying, "It sickens me to witness the media's complicity in what can only be described as an all-out assault on black and brown people, as their character and actions are mercilessly vilified." Now let's take a look at the character and actions of Meatball. Let's watch.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes, everybody must eat. Free iPhones. Free iPhones. Free iPhones. Look, security running. Oh, outside.
Now, mind you, the media didn't post that video all over the internet. Meatball posted that video all over the internet.
Now, I got to stop here. I got to say, what the hell happened to the Young Turks? Logic? Reason? Perspective? Truth? Shocking, I know. But that's not it. There's more.
I also want to tell you, I don't care, okay? You don't respond to injustice by looting 18 liquor stores and an Apple store, okay? And by the way, there were peaceful protests in regard to that situation. And those peaceful protests were not in any way tied to the looters who decided to, exploit the situation in order to engage in the criminality that you just watched. And the reason why I'm so angry about this at this point is because honestly, our side of the political aisle loves to provide cover for it, and I find it gross, and I'm done doing it. I'm done trying to be understanding toward that perspective. I'm not understanding anymore. It is destroying communities. It is mostly victimizing majority Black and brown communities. Stores are shutting down, people are losing their jobs, and then you have these wannabe revolutionaries streaming day in and day out, providing cover for this garbage. I'm not into it. It's stupid, and I'm glad she got arrested. Great.
I'm gonna say it again. What the hell happened to TYT? I agree with this 100%. From January 6th to BLM Protest, we can all understand just because bad actors do bad things, they should be held accountable. But that doesn't mean everybody who was there are doing bad things. And I think that's what the left wing wants you to believe about January 6th. All of them were looters. And that's what the right wing wants you to think about BLM. All of them are looters. But that's just not the case. And I think it's even more important that we call out using race as a cover for criminal activity may have worked in the past, but that doesn't work anymore. Just like this woman in Walmart found out when she started acting a fool and police had to place hands on her and she started screaming the magic words, racism.
You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Walmart is racist! Walmart is racist! Walmart is racist!
Now, for those of you who don't understand, let me spell it out for you. I have been called a MAGA extremist, and I have been called a left-wing lunatic. And I wear both as a badge of honor because that means truth and facts matter to me. The word racism today essentially has no meaning. It's essentially been turned into an excuse for criminal behavior. We literally have DAs letting criminals off the hook because they are Black. That is the definition of institutional racism. When are we going to hold people accountable for their crimes, no matter what they look like, no matter what their race? The fact that Meatball's lawyer can say this and claim this is all about racism shows you the problem. Now, I'm gonna say something shocking, but I agree with the Young Turks 1000%. Now, you get to tell me where I'm wrong in the comment section and why I'm racist against Black people, because you'll see comments saying Nate is racist against Black people. And the reason why they'll say that is because I live in the real world. And to me, facts and evidence matter. And I don't give a damn what you look like. I care about what you do. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you next time. Peace.